welcome back to the channel, the substandard leader of Fox Body videos on this here man's YouTube. You guys know that's what we are, that's who we are. So what's going on? Well, you've seen from the title of the video, and I guess the thumbnail, we got some work to do to McNugget. Here we go. Our track outing was, a mixed bag. Like I said in the TNT video, a lot of good and a lot of, I wouldn't say bad, just sloppy. So some of the things I think we'll be able to address. Some of the other things we have to be realistic about what we're doing with McNugget and what McNugget is. So having said that, putting the doors on it, doing the trunk lid on it, we're not going to do anything that we can't reverse, like put the doors back on it and stuff like that. I don't think it's easy for me to go down a rabbit hole with a car where I'm just like, I just start piling parts. So I was looking at like, oh man, well, I'll just take the rear end out of Krusty and do the C-clip eliminator spool and just put it in here and it'll be great. But then Krusty doesn't have a rear end. And honestly, it is my hand on the Bible to get to try and make some serious progress on a 351 thing next year. We keep breaking cars and stuff, so that always slows us down. But I don't want to take Krusty down any further than he is. I don't want to take the rear end and stuff out of it, because that's just another piece. So what we're going to do here is we're going to assess what's going on with our track lock, see if we got some broken tabs, see if we can tighten up, put another steel in it or something, tighten it up a little bit, or I don't know. It is what it is. The other thing is, we'll look at the shock. This shock on this side might be a little janky. Like I say, Kevin hadn't raced the car in over. I don't know. I can't remember the last time it made a good pass, like a decent pass. So with him in it, so as far as the suspension stuff, one of the things we are going to do is we're going to put the baseline stuff. I thought about putting the uppers on Trojan, but if we're going to put nitrous on that car, I just don't trust these. I mean, I don't know how much I trust them on McNugget, but I know how much I don't trust them on a nitrous car. The other thing we're going to do is we have our 456 ring gear, ring and pinion. We're going to put that in. I like that combination. It may not pick up a bunch of ET, but it just makes the car feel faster. So the driving experience to me is better. When I did it in the silver car, I really liked the way the car felt, even though it wasn't substantially faster, or it was probably maybe worth 4 or 5 hundredths or something. That's half a tenth, but consistently. But the car just felt so much better, and it also calmed it down a little bit. The wheel speed helped keep it from. It used to wheelie pretty bad, and of course it doesn't have anti-roll. It'd get all tweaked up. Once I put that on, it calmed it down, and the car was actually more fun to drive. To be honest, that was actually one of my favorite driving cars to race. The transmission shifted so good, and it shifts so good in that thing. That thing was a lot of. I really like driving that car. It was a very enjoyable driving experience. It felt faster than it was. Transmission worked great. So having said all of that, that's our plan. Trunk lid, doors, gear. See what's going on track lock. Put the suspension stuff on, and probably do the shift light too. I don't trust I don't care what I probably said in the TNT video. I just don't trust this dang thing. We'll see how that works out. So probably won't start today. So next time you see me working on, I'll have different clothes on. But I don't know. We might jack it up at least. So all right. Well, we'll see you guys in the next clip, regardless. All right. Teresa got a gobbler.
Yeah, trying to cut it.
And I got a gobbler. Not going well.
No, not really.
Good job.
Yeah, not really.
Giving McNugget a little warm up. just like to point out that CheesePuff got in crusty and just threw up in the back of it. Hey Puff, Puffle, thanks, appreciate it. This isn't gonna be like a huge savings, and of course it's coming off the wrong end of the car. Right at 22.5 pounds is what our rear deck lid weighs. It's not that heavy. 7 pounds. I didn't even think it was that heavy. I thought it was lighter than that. So it's 15-pound weight savings. McNugget's feeling a little bit racy. I know there's only two. We only need 2 pins. We're not fast enough to need all 4 pins or 6 pins or 8 Zeus fasteners. We just need these 2 hood pins. I'd like to once again thank Darren from RPS Race Part Solutions for these awesome hood pins with a 44 Magnum revolver scuff plates. Makes us feel racy, man. Makes us feel, woke up feeling a little bit dangerous. It is a, hey, thanks, Henry. Dude, seriously, dude, come on. It is a somewhat overcast, cold, kind of miserable day. Man, my motivation sucks. Oh my God. So, but we got to get this cover off and we got to see what's going on. I do not want to be out here working on this thing. I'll be honest. Teresa got a new refrigerator this morning. Been in there helping get that situation situated, and man, it just sucked. I just want to sit on the couch, watch TV, be warm, you know, not be doing this stuff. But here we are. If we're gonna try and go to the track, we gotta have this ready. So let's pop the cover off and at least take a look what's in there. Let's get that grease out of there, man. Get that grease out. Hard to see, but it looks like, hey, we got some broken tabs. I didn't see them in here. They could have fell down in the pan, but you can see the other side. Hard to tell. But you can see all the tabs, and then over here, you can only really see one. So we're gonna, you know, pull it out and see what we got. Just like a hand grenade, the first thing we gotta pull the pin. Let's just hope we don't blow it up. Probably not gonna get the control arm deal done. Just, you know, if we get this done, we'll call ourselves lucky. We'll just see how things are progressing, but I do not have a lot of faith in us getting the control arm deal done. So, you know, let's dang dogs, they've been going at it too. Let's just all manage our expectations. Doing this one-handed sucks. Aha, victory. All right, Henry, it's ready to blow up. So let's dang, I gotta take it out of gear. I'm doing this all backwards. You gotta be super careful with this, guys. It's like playing Operation. You do not want this thing to detonate. Oh God, yes. Put me on Die Hard 3, man, and let me defuse that chemical bombs. I'm an expert. Drive shafts out, of course. That's right, sprinkles. Pinion nut and flanges off. Let's get this carrier out, come on. 410. You know what? That is that's a nice little street gear for the beginner. But it is time for McNuggets nugs to drop and get that 456 in there, Henry. Huh? What? Get that 456 in there. Huh? What? 46? What you talking about? That's crazy talk, Pop. Can't get no 456 in that thing. We got we cannot find any broken tabs, which is you know, not what we wanted to hear. Take it apart and check our pack thickness. I guess, I don't know. Why was you not working? Why were you not working? I'll tell you what else. It takes a real man to take a 28 spline carrier into the forbidden zone. Let me rephrase that with stick shift. Automatic, whatever. Whatever, man, whatever. Did not find any broken clutch tabs, but we're probably gonna, once we get the ring gear off, we're gonna take it apart anyway. So let me get the impact in here and do a little boy. I'm a ring gear boy. It's almost lunchtime. You can see there we had a broken tab, so we're gonna replace that one. It also had just a little bit of play. This side was pretty good when it was all locked in. It felt fine, but this side had a little bit of, you know, wasn't seated in the way I like. So we're gonna have to replace that one. We brought some home that we can scrub off the gear material, and we'll do that, reassemble it, put it back together. Put that faux 56 on there. Look at that. Hand puppet, what you got on you? Oh, there we go. Trying to keep puppet a little clean today. Yep. Got those dudes tore off of there. We got our deal put back together. We added another steel because it was thicker than the spacer, and it still was loose. So we put the spacer in. So we basically added another steel, and now, yeah, I think we're good to go. That might have led to some of our tab breakage. It was just loose. I don't know how. I mean, obviously I put it together, so that's how, but I think we're better. I think we're in good shape now. So we'll clean it up a little bit. I just wanted to run the pin through it. I like to run the pin through it, make sure we're all good. Knock the pin out. We'll mount the 456 up, and we'll be ready to stick it back in the car. So far so good. Got it all back together. So now we need to throw it in the car and you know, do a little safe cracking. And on the clutch that we put in here, we have ground all the material off. We ground all the material off of it on the bench grinder. So there's no material on any of these clutches. So don't ask me how it works. It just works. Unless it breaks a tab or something like that, then it's not gonna work correctly because it's just gonna spin. But otherwise it's worked great. So we're rolling hot with it again. Also, this crush sleeve was a 449. The one that came out was a 440. I mean, whatever. It's just all about the feel. We'll just get it tight enough and make it work. One other thing, here's our tab pieces. And if you want to know where they were all the way up in where the pinion sits in. So if you lose something, you need to find it because it's in there somewhere. Oh my God, there it is. Come on, girl. It's that gear honey right there, Sonny. Get some of that. That just brings the girls in like, well, it doesn't really bring them in, I'll be honest. Okay, of course I'm not holding the pinion, but that's probably just maybe a hair looser than I would like, but we keep forgetting to buy a new shim kit for 8.8. As far as how it all feels good here. So we'll go ahead and torque the caps down, get the axles in it, put the cross pin in it, and check the ring gear, torque, check a couple of them. They should be good with impact. Put the drive shaft back in. We still got to do, we still want to take this shock off. That's an easy job. See, because the car has a weird move to it. The bushings aren't, you know, they're factory, but they're not destroyed. So hoping it's just the shock. I'd like to do the suspension stuff. I just don't know if I've got enough time. So, and I'd also like to do the doors. Again, probably not going to have time. The fact that I got this done is just honestly amazing for me. So, considering what I wanted to be doing, which was sitting on the couch. So, well, we have royally screwed this whole situation completely up. The pin is wedged like a son of a gun. It's tighter than Dick's hat band. It'll go all the way to the freaking spider gear, and then it's off by a fraction of an inch. So right now I'm so frustrated that I would really just like to burn the whole thing to the ground. So oh God, I effing hate track locks. I effing hate them. I ain't gonna lie, brothers, this one was a son of a gun, and when it blows up, I ain't gonna lie, this one's gonna make a mess. That thing is tight. That pin, and those, I mean, it was, I thought we were gonna have to get the Mountain Dew out, but I got the big brass driver and I got the BFH, and we just went a little caveman on it and got it on through there. But whew, I don't know if I ever want to take this one this one apart. I'll just buy another rear end and put it together, and this will just be the rear end that it is. But if it blows up, I mean, then, you know, it'll be easy to take apart because there'll be pieces of it everywhere, I think. This was a mess, man. I mean, this one don't even need the damn pin in. I mean, don't even need the bolt in the pin. That thing ain't going nowhere. Son of a biscuit eater. Whew. I mean, I wish I was like 25 years old. I probably wouldn't feel so freaking wore out, but this thing jumped on me and wouldn't let go. But oh, we got it, didn't we, Puppet? Even Puppet's even tired. He's like, ugh. So ugh. All right, let's get the cover on this rig and get some drive shaft in it and get some lube pumped in. Of course, it's sprinkling again. There's rain dancing around everywhere, but we got this sumbitch together, and you can take that to the bank. There's an exclamation point. That we're gonna scrape all this. I don't know how much RTV we used on this, but it was all of it. That looks like literally half a tube on there. So that's a razor blade's worth cutting right there. Goodness gracious, look how clean that is inside. We're gonna pepper this with some shrapnel at some point, probably. But like I say, we're taking that 28 into the forbidden zone. Don't want to be, we're not, I am a 720 guy. When it gets in the 720s, it's time for the 28 spline to come out. I broke one in silver car, pulled, you know, what's spool. So when Pro Stock went like 720s, like first trip with the carb and stuff, I was like, oh, it's time to get that out of there. Because I was, you know, afraid I was going to break it. Even, you know, it's got decent axles, but it's just the track lock itself. So we are in the 720 range, and all we did was just basically making the car faster. So, oh gosh, we, like as in me, are idiots. It's 100% raining now. I just want you guys to know that I'm out here getting it done. I'm getting this cover bolted on at the least. We got the cover back on. It's raining, and hopefully we won't get rained out. The bad thing is that if there's a cold front pushing this through, that they may call it tomorrow, just based on the temperature. Because if it's too cold outside, the rubber won't adhere to the racing surface, and whatever glue they put down, there won't potentially be enough cars there. It's always a gamble. Is there going to be enough cars there to put heat in the track or to keep heat in the track? Or are people just going to be there tearing the track, the surface up, which, you know, and then it's also a safety issue for cars that are really fast because they get loose, you know, going down the track and this. So owner always has to weigh all these things up. Typically at ECD, the thought process was anything below 55, a high of 55, especially if the sun wasn't going to be out. If the sun wasn't going to be out, that's almost automatic. That if it was going to be below 55 and the sun wasn't going to be out, good chance they probably weren't going to run. It just wasn't worth it. If the sun's going to be out, then that's going to help put some temperature on the racing surface, which will help things out. So what I'm getting at is it's raining right now, which we're not far from Atmore. It could be raining in Atmore. I don't know. I haven't looked at the radar or anything like that with the weather. Don't know how. It wasn't supposed to rain, but here we are. So they can call it. It could be cold. You know, you kind of judge the temperature of who's going to be showing up or whatever. So they could call it tomorrow and we don't get to run. But that's a possibility. But if we do get to run, I got to get up in the morning. When I get up in the morning, because it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do anything the rest of this afternoon. It's already after 3. So it is what it is. Lucky we got the carrier put together. Got it all in and everything. That was... So, got to get up in the morning, put the drive shaft in, got to put some lube in it, and I want to change the one shock. And that's probably going to be the extent of what we'll be able to do, which isn't nearly as much as we wanted to do, but it's just been one of those weeks where stuff has came up, things have happened, and you know we made choices to do other things rather than work on a car, but those are choices we don't regret making those choices because family comes first. So. Anyway, but I think we're in a spot where at least we'll be better than when we were there the last time or last week with McNugget. So we should hopefully see some slight improvement. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there just so you guys can entertain yourselves. What will it run? The only thing that we've changed is we put a 456 in it from a 410. We may have some of the suspension issues squared away with the shock, maybe not. And we'll be able to potentially do better burnouts. Don't know if we're going to be able to have the groove or not at the track. I don't know that. They haven't said anything. I haven't seen anything on Facebook. I haven't looked for that matter. So take all these things into account. It's supposed to be cold. Track surface probably won't be fantastic. So take all these into account when you start guessing if you want to. I think that's it. Dave was going to bring us a chip this afternoon or tonight. He's going to drop it off. He's going to see his son who lives like in the town over, kind of. Maybe not. So anyway, thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the ways you guys support the channel. We certainly appreciate it, and we couldn't do it without you. Especially, thanks for watching. We dodged the shame box today. We almost had to wear it here at the end, but we dodged it. So until next time on Substandard Leader and Fox Body videos, obviously we just made one. 1 year only Lincolns, 4 drag vans, and as always, fighting the good fight against Dr. Fear. Hopefully tomorrow. We'll see you guys in the next vid.